All right, this is Reality Supreme Being speaking to you from Los Angeles, California. On this one, I've had comments that have given me health advice because of my past, tape recordings about my teeth being bad and so on, and how this society had caused all these damages to me. And, I speak the truth when I'm telling you this. If you're going to write a negative comment about me, then why don't you do something about it instead of getting on the internet and wasting everybody's time? Okay, because anybody who's ever tuned in to me, I'm about to totally embarrass you if I didn't embarrass you before about making this statement about, is this how you treat disabled people? If you watched all my 30 videos and got to the 27th or 28th video, I finally stick the knife in real deep to all those criticizers who sit there and get on YouTube and think, oh, look at me, I'm turning in, tape. You're just wasting people's time and your own. And you're not getting up off your ass and actually doing something about it instead of criticizing. I have done something. I'm about to prove it. All right. Now, let's get serious now. Now, I've just made a statement stating that a lot of you should be embarrassed because you make comments, you criticize, but you don't get off your asses and do anything about it. I did. And I have a twin that helped me, and we both got up off our asses and did something about it for the last 30 years. During those 30 years, I've been harassed, and I've been taken advantage of, and our civil rights have been violated. Now, in this little taping, 15-minute taping, we are going to talk about how to run for president. Yep, you're looking at an ex-presidential candidate many times, at least a handful of times. And my twin, I think he's been running since 1984. So you're talking about two candidates here that have really put in a lot of time running for president. We actually listed ourselves every 4 years, of which I have just dropped a letter in the mail 2 days ago, which is going to arrive at the Federal Election Commission. If I can get there is the address and the zip code that you can send it to, okay? You go on the internet, punch in Federal Election Commission. They will send you this form, which you can fill on Form 2. And it says you have to put a parenthesis SF, screen fillable form. And you can fill it online. And if you're 35 and allegedly a U.S. citizen, I'm a U.S. sovereign citizen, so there's a difference, okay? You can list yourself as running for president. At least you're making the effort, You don't have to go from door to door and get votes, but at least you listed your name. I mean, the last election, there were 300 candidates that run for president, or said they want to run, listed themselves on this form as running for president. So what's the difference? Now, if you're not going to collect money, you can still run. You don't have to have a campaign committee. So right here on the form, it'll show you on the internet. It'll show you, your name, your address, I'll put it up close so you can actually see my name. See his HRM, Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte. There's my P.O. box. I'm a candidate for president. There's my campaign committee, Sovereign Citizens Committee in California. You don't have to fill this one out. I filled it out, but you don't have have to have a sub campaign committee. You can leave that one blank. Then you put your signature right there. Of which mine, by the way, my signature has a gold foil presidential seal on it, so I'm the only one that has that seal. And I hear this is a throwaway copy. It says April 21st. That's actually dated April 27th. They should receive it tomorrow. So anyway, there you are. Now, Franklin Roosevelt was disabled. I don't know if you realize that, but he had polio. He couldn't walk. Most of the time, he was propped up by people who were standing next to him. If it was shown on television or any kind of movie, television wasn't around back then, but if it was shown on any movie theaters, he was always sitting down or he was propped up, or he was holding himself up with his canes. So you had a disabled president who was elected 4 times in a row. Started during the Depression, the beginning and end of the Depression, and then he held office for 4 terms, which is when they limited to 2 terms. So, but here's the punchline. I'm into 5 minutes in this, and you really have to listen to this. If you list yourself as running, here's what will happen, because I'm the experienced person to ask about this. First, you're going to get on a presidential list. You'll be computerized. It'll say what your party is. If you have anything other than an other party, they won't list your party by name. Get this, there's even a game that they play on the internet. You have to fill out, crap on YouTube. They make you repost comments. If you do more than 2 or 3 comments, all of a sudden you have to type in some weird wavy letters in order to get a second or fourth or fifth comment in. I mean, there's all kinds of these stoppers, these tripping agents. I'll call them tripping agents, that are stumbling blocks. That they put in you. They put it on YouTube. They put it on traffic tickets. They put it in court systems. It's like this. These creatures love to stumble people. Well, in running for president, when you put your stuff on there, the party that they will list, if you're anything other than Democratic or Republican, they'll say Democrat or Republican if they put that in the party thing. On that sheet of paper, it asks you what your party affiliation is. But if they put that thing on the party list, then and you put anything other, you put the Tea Party, they're going to put independent, IND. They're not going to write the name out Tea Party. They're not going to write the name out the Good Party. They're not going to write the name out the Absolute Dictator Party. They're not going to write any of that. It's just say independent or unknown. I don't know, one of the others. Anyway. But what will happen is that most of these schools and college campuses that have political science classes, they won't be able to get Obama and whoever the other idiot is going to run against him. They're both idiots. They're both puppets. Bilderberg puppets, Trilateral Commission puppets, Rockefeller, Rothschild's puppets. You should know that by now. I was actually thanked by a school in Indiana for talking to the kids and telling them about the Bilderberg group, because they knew nothing about it. And the Trilateral Commission and the Rockefellers and what really runs this country. And it certainly isn't the voters, and it certainly isn't Obama, it certainly isn't Congress. They're all in it. It's what they call pay-to-play politics. If you got the money, you can play. And, these are wars. People are dying. This is not the time to invent phrases that say pay-to-play politics. That's evil. So that pretty much actually verifies and actually supports my accusations about corruption, lies, sneaky, underhanded crap that's done to everybody, not just in this country, but in other countries all over the world. Now, but what will happen when your name is on the list is these college campuses will call you or mail or send you invitations, or if you got an email address, they'll email you now. And they'll invite you to talk to their class, or they'll invite you to talk to the college campuses, and they want to know what qualifications you have to run for president, which there's only 2 qualifications, but what you think you want to change about the country. It's primarily helped the students get a feel for the idea of what these people are thinking, these unknown candidates that don't get equal publicity, because the media is controlled by the Bilderberg and the Trilateral Commission as well. It's all rich money. If you pay for millions of dollars of commercials, they're going to put you on TV. If you don't pay for millions of dollars of commercials, you're not going to get on TV. You might get the Sun or the Inquirer to want to. The more colorful you are, the more outrageous you look, that's the only kind of attention you're going to get. Donald Trump made a few statements. He said, if we really need the oil in Libya, let's just go there and get it. We don't have to ask permission or play all these games. And he's just another colorful toss in the pan to say that he's going to run. The system is corrupt. You've got to bring down the system in order to get people elected with common sense. Now, my older twin came up with the idea back in 1984, and I agreed with him, and I carried his ideas into my thinking, my political thoughts, and pushed it as well. And unfortunately, people don't care. You don't care until the wolf is at your door. Knock, knock, knock. When it's at your door, then you're going to give a damn. Then you're going to want to do something. Well, the political wolf and the financial wolf is at your door. At least those that don't have enough money saved. And that's pretty much the majority of the country. You got people being laid off. Some places they're hiring, but the majority of it is being fired. I mean, these people are stupid. They've been mismanaging this government for decades. Before Reagan, when Jimmy Carter was indoctrinated into the Trilateral Commission when it was first founded by the Rockefellers it was at the calling and at the bidding of the Bilderberg Group that the Trilateral Commission came into being in 1976 when Brzezinski, who became Secretary of State at that time under Carter, indoctrinated Carter into the Trilateral Commission. Anyway, you can find all that out on the internet or whatever. But the point I'm making is that's the only attention you're going to get. I debated 4 candidates in 2004. I debated 4 candidates on radio in Kansas City. And they took a vote after my debate. It was an alternative presidential debate of all the people in rush hour traffic on this FM station. Do you know I got 4 times, not once, I won all 4 debates against 4 different unknown candidates, and I got not more than 90% of the vote in every one of the debates. Now that's something to be scared of. Maybe that explains why my house was set on fire in 2009 over here on DeSoto and Hart in Canoga Park. Maybe that explains why building and safety and the police department have been harassing me, because at the highest levels, they're being used to destroy my life. And that's what they've been doing, and that's why I'm homeless, and that's why they are scared of me. Because a lot of this stuff is documented, and a lot of it can come back and slap them in the face. They're going to have to burn a lot of documents and fry a lot of hard drives if I ever get my foot into the shoes of real authority. Because I'm going to come after every last stinking one of them. Including the tow yards, including each and every, the parking enforcement, the fire department, the LAPD. Some guy brought down the LAPD helicopter, 2 days ago. The helicopter had to emergency land on Van Nuys Boulevard or something. What I say to that? Bravo, guy! Bravo! Those people are nothing but gang members with badges. And that doesn't say a lot more for a lot of the law enforcement across this country or in any other political state. It's time for you people to understand in authority that you are going to lose this battle against the mob. I won't call them the people anymore. I'm going to call them the mob. Because you people have been stepping on their civil rights and manipulating their civil rights, giving them little sweets on the side so that will placate them and they won't rise up in revolution against you. Well, that's what this country needs, a real revolution. But you people aren't going to do it. You like your SUVs, your cell phones. You've already been contaminated with all the goodies and the little toys. Well, those toys aren't going to do you when you're on your deathbed. They're not going to lower your interest rates. They're not going to lower your mortgage rates. They certainly aren't going to lower the rents. The whole system has to be completely altered, changed forever. You don't believe me? Watch the movie Bleep. I've got a lot of scientists that are on my side too. They're saying the same thing. You got to find something so entirely different that it's going to attract people and say, we're tired of doing the same thing over and over again. Things have to change. Obama didn't bring change. Yes, excuse me. No, I'm wrong. He did bring change. This kind of change. The kind that you take out of your pocket. It's called money. That's the change he brought to Washington, D.C. Okay? And the last president did the same thing. And the president before that. And the president before that. And the chancellor of France. And the chancellor of Germany. And all these leaders. And the president of Russia. It's change. They want money, coins. They don't care about you. They don't care about the public. Give me a break. The public's uneducated anyway. Do you know what the education level is in the United States? 5th grade. During the Reagan era, it was 8th grade. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to let a 5th grade mentality population elect people like Obama? See, I'm insulting the majority of voters in the United States. You are a 5th grade mentality. You have no business voting for these SOBs who have lawyer's degrees, have silver and gold spoons in their mouth. It doesn't matter even if they came from the poor. Those are just the exceptions to the rule, okay? You got a few poor politicians who made it, but there's just exceptions to the rule. You want to run for president? Do what I do. Get up off your ass and do something about it. And stop giving me critical comments on YouTube. You're so full of crap, it's not even funny. All right, that's it. See you later.